We are now in statements, negations, and quantified statements. So let's start with the word statements. So this refers to a sentence that is either true or false, but not both simultaneously. Now, we cannot say a command a statement. So command, not a statement. Also, when you say a question, it's not a statement also. Um, and the last one, it's opinion. So again, not a statement. So when you see the word negation, that refers to the word not also. So negation would mean not, or you can say no. And the last one is the quantified statements. So when you have quantified statement, you can use the word all. You can also use some, no, and sometimes you can use the word none. So those are English words that describes the statements, negations, and quantified statements. Now, I will have an example here. Let's say I'll put a symbolic logic which is assigned to a letter. Let's say P here. I will say a statement. Today is Wednesday. And then if I'm going to take the negation of this, I will have the symbolic form or the symbolic logic for P that would be like a knockdown S or a wavy symbol of P, that's the not P. And you're going to say today is not Wednesday. So this is the simple example. So you're using the word not refers to this symbol here. Okay, so let's look at the definitions for statements. Again, the statement is a sentence that is either true or false, but not both simultaneously. And you can see the example below. Next, negations. So how are you going to negate a statement? And what's the meaning of negation? So the negation of a true statement is a false statement. So you're taking the opposite. And the negation of the false statement is the true statement. So from true, it's going to false. From false, it's going to be true. So that's negation. Okay, so we have an example here in forming negation. So we have the word not and also here. So that's the example. And then we have the quantified statements. So we're using again this word as quantifiers, the word all, some, no, and sometimes you can use the none statements. So you can see that from the statements here below. So these are the quantified statements. Since it contains the word all here, the word some, no, some. Again, those are the examples. And then we have the equivalent ways of expressing quantified statements. So just look at the first column, and that is equivalent to the second column. So you said all A are B. Looking at the second column, it says there are no A that are not B. Okay, similarly on the second row and the third row and the last row. And on the last column, it's over here, you can see the examples. So the first example, looking at the word all here and the no statement here, it says all points are writers. There are no points that are not writers. So you're looking at those words. Again, those are the equivalent ways of expressing quantified statements. Okay, let's go to negation of quantified statements. So negation means you're taking the opposite. True becomes false, false going to true. But since you're using quantified statements, then when you use all, when you negate that, it gives you the sum, the word sum. When you have the word sum, it gives you no as the negation. Okay, you just have to follow the arrows here. So that goes to each other as negation. So you can also see the Venn diagram at the bottom that demonstrate the negation of the quantified statements.